Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we have our situation under control here at this point. We do need to get these locations back, so I'm going to go ahead and tell this force to head on over here using the 7th Fleet, and that'll be fine. We also need to continue to core if we can. We kind of can't for the moment. We need 157 for each of these. And we have some rebel uprisings brewing, but I'm not too concerned about them. That's fine. The bigger issue is our looming disaster. We need to get our stability boosted. And the question is, do we save up for that right now? I think so. I don't want to have 2 looming disasters. We're probably going to have to just crush the revolution. Can be stopped by one of the following must be true. Currently in a disaster or stability of at least 3. Okay, that's interesting. So we'd have to boost our stability up to 3. Maybe we should work on that. So we can convert a province to Zoroastrianism. How much would that end up costing us to boost that up? I mean, the cost will increase as it goes up. We could reduce it somewhat by expanding our administration if we could, but we can't, so that's fine. We will leave it be, and we got admin power. That's perfect. Now, unfortunately, I did unfocus admin power in the last episode accidentally. I did not intend to do that, but here we are. Do we have any active rebellions right now? No, we do not. Okay, so that's good. I'm not going to core these at this moment. Lose a stability? Yikes. No, thank you. Okay. We may allow the rebellion, or rather the revolution, to spawn. And just try to crush it that way. But I definitely don't want internal conflicts to spawn here. And they're at the same progress. We don't want to go into both at the same time. Although I don't think we technically can. But it's okay. So, I'm just kind of hoping at this point that we get an event for boosting our stability. We are definitely going to spend cash there. Okay. And we're just banking admin power for right now. That is what we need most. There is some provincial unrest. We're going to finish up these 2 cores soon. And we had a few separatists out over here. I don't care about that. We don't need to deal with that one. And we can grab, at this point, 500 governing cap. That's a lot of governing cap. That will reduce our cost for increasing our stability. By enough to save us 250 admin power is the question. I'm gonna do it. I'm probably going to regret it. 216? Actually, that's a pretty decent savings. I like it. And as our overextension comes down, that will get better as well. Korean Californian separatists, I don't care about this either, but I guess we can go deal with it. We're banking up manpower as well for the moment, and we're going to need to spend down our diplomacy here. I think I have decided, by the way, to continue on after the game ends officially and just continue here with Europa, and that's just because the next stage of the mega campaign would be Victoria, and I don't want my first Victoria 3 experience to be this. So that'll be fine. We will go ahead and convert here, and I want to spend down local autonomy. Not a local autonomy. I want to spend down our diplomatic power here. So let's go ahead and do that. Cool. So I think all we're going to look to do here is essentially conquer the world in Europa. And I mean, if we get like 100 years beyond, like to the point where Victoria 2 ends, then we may switch to Hearts of Iron at that point. We'll see. But for now, I don't think we'll get there. We'll see how that revolution ends up going, but I keep hoping that we get some free stability. It hasn't happened yet. This core is going to finish soon. And some Bruneian separatists out here too. Whatever. We'll go deal with them. But yeah, losing 4 stability like that, that was rough. No doubt about that one. No free stability just yet. Local militias, huh? Honestly, I think the army professionalism might be worth this. Minus 20% on the recovery speed, though. Our army professionalism is 91% right now. We don't actually lose anything from bringing that down. Let's go ahead and lose the army professionalism for the moment. And I do want to check in on some constructions. So let's go ahead and hop into our buildings here. Step 1, state houses. We can build 1. Step 2, town halls. We can build 3. Fantastic. Next step, manufactories. We can only build 1. After that, we will go for cathedrals. And let's sort by cost. We only want this one, I think. The others I don't care about for now. Let's hop into counting houses. All of these are worth building. There we go. Let's check in on universities. There's no reason not to build every single university, in my opinion. Since it doesn't take a building slot, you may as well. Cool. Or more specifically, it does, but it also grants you a building slot. So there's that. Okay, at this point, let's go for conscription centers. We want to build conscription centers basically anywhere we're allowed to. There we go. And finally, let's check in on training fields. Only 2 of them, but that's fine. Fantastic. Cool. So at this point, our stability is mediocre. There's no doubt about that. Our stability needs to be brought up. The only reason our internal conflicts are ticking forward right now is because our stability is less than 0. So that will stop ticking forward the moment that we get our stability up. And our overextension is still up there. Korean Californian separatists, I don't think we care about that either. We'll go deal with it. It's fine. I'd really like to get some admin power here, but there's our overextension dropping a bit. We need a lot of admin power. There's no doubt about that. We need 207 at this point to boost our stability. This core will be done by 23 April 809, so that's only a few more months. And that'll drop our overextension again. But I don't think the revolution will be that bad. Plus 10 national unrest. Okay. Armenian Brazilian peasants out over here. I'll let them deal with it. Not too concerned. We lost our diplomat. Kalima separatists, not too concerned about that either. Let's go ahead and go for... Well, we would like someone who is an accepted culture. None of these are. We're going to go for this one. But we're also going to... Actually, I don't care. So we're going to bring in a new advisor here. Any moment now. There we go. None of these are good, so we'll get rid of all of those. We'll see what happens on the next month tick. There's a conversion happening, and we will continue to convert. We want to get back into, not the production interface. Oh, that was laggy. We're going to get back into here. Okay. Missionary strength. It's okay. I think it's better than what we have right now, which is production efficiency. We don't need the cash, so we'll bring this guy up to level 5, but it's not ideal. What's ideal is a level 5 unrest reducer. Okay. What do we get here? None of these are good. Cool. Stability cost modifier. We'd unfortunately lose 2 admin power per month. So I'm not going to take that right now. And I'm going to wait to boost up our stability until this core is done. Okay, it's actually done now. And now we can boost our stability to 0. Okay. With our stability at 0, we should no longer be progressing internal conflicts. Fantastic. So that's no problem. Internal conflicts is gone. The revolution is not so easy to make go away. But that's okay. We will continue to convert here. And let's check in on our advisors. Not an accepted culture. Okay. None of these bonuses are useful for us. So what else do we have? Here's a national unrest reducer, but that's not an accepted culture. So we get rid of them. What else do we have? National unrest reducer, who is not an accepted culture. Okay, we'll re-roll that. Cool. And I'm not planning on buying any more stability increases for the moment, actually. So we're not going to be too concerned about, like, this guy. All I'm looking for is an unrest reducer. But we may want to just hold off on that. We're going to have plus 10 unrest from our revolution, which is going to be quite a bit. We certainly want to get our overextension gone by then. Our overextension is currently only 3 unrest. So that's not that big of a deal. But we will continue to convert for the moment. And we want to get these cores done, for sure. So we need about 450 overall to get all of that done. And this is going to pop in about 3 years. Lose the stability or pay 23,000 ducats. We'll pay the 23,000 ducats, thanks. That would be not good. But I would like to kind of see what the revolution actually looks like. I've never actually had the revolution pop, so I think we give it a go, to be honest. But I definitely want our overextension fairly dealt with by the time we get there. So we need to spend down our admin deficit. And we're going to want to continue fishing for not this guy. We're going to want to continue... Oh, punching the microphone, apparently. We're going to want to continue fishing for additional advisors. And we want to convert as much as we can as well. We've got a lot of conversion to do yet. But the biggest thing is that advisor fish. Not an accepted culture. Okay, we'll try it again. We'll lose another 5% army professionalism here. Cool. And at this point, we definitely want to start coring here. Nope. Here. That's the most efficient one. Fantastic. Okay, what do we got here? None of these are good. We'll retire all of them. Excellent. We need a level 5 advisor. Ooh. He's Carthaginian. Sad. For a second there, I got hopeful. But nope. Carthaginian is not an accepted culture. Speaking of which, can we promote a culture? No, we cannot. Okay. Fantastic. What do we got in our advisors here? None of these are what we're looking for. So we'll continue to fish. Anything here? Tigray. Man. Okay, we'll try it again. What else do we have? Ah, this guy will work. Perfect. So we put this guy in, promote him up to level 5. There we go. -2 national unrest will help offset all of that. And we will continue to convert. I want to sort by unity, honestly. So we'll get that started. Wow, 111 months to convert this? Because it's a territorial core. Fair enough. We should eventually consider turning these into states. So all of this stuff over here. In fact, we should do it now. So we'll make all of these into states. We will need to full core those, but our overextension is the bigger issue right now. Now, some of these we won't be able to turn into states just yet because they're not fully cored. And it looks like it's just this. Okay. Looks good. So you can see here, it's going to be pretty expensive to fully core that. That's okay. We're banking up as much admin power as we can. We're getting 12 per month, which is a decent amount. And we're continuing to core. Oh, wait. Can we make some of these into states down here? Where was that? This here. Yes. Yes, we can. Consider it done. And this over here. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so that is all good at that point. Fantastic. We will need to continue to core these. That's highest priority right now. And we're going to have this popping in a couple of years. So it's going to take time to get these cored. This is already going to be popping basically at the same time as the revolution. So we're going to have some overextension when we hit the revolution, but it should be quasi-okay. Quasi-okay. But we will be exceeding the end date here, and we'll be taking this, if we don't have the game conquered, or the world conquered, which I think we will, by the time the start date of, the 1936 start date of Hoi comes around, then we'll hop over to Hoi. But realistically, this is going to be the... this is probably going to be the end of this mega campaign, is what I'm saying. And that's just because of Victoria 3. Okay, next month we can start another core here. And that's very important. We definitely want to do that. And then we'll start this core. Actually, we might be able to start this one first. That's done in under a year at this point, the Grand Palace of Bangkok. Armenian Mississippi peasants are kind of irrelevant. And to be clear, the unrest from the revolution is only 10. That will be a lot less. Ooh, we got admin there. I like it. That is a lot less than if we were at 400% overextension again. We can grab Diptech 32 here and max out our diplomatic technology. Let's get that done. We are now done with diplomatic technology. Good. Our mill tech is going to be finished in September of next year. That will be before the revolution spawns. So that's good. I'm going to go through our units here and conform these to template that are improperly conformed right now. Any of these that aren't at 40,000, we want to get rid of. Well, these guys are at 30,000. They just need to be merged together, like so. These guys simply need to be replenished. As do... Actually, these need to be conformed. And then these, we could definitely split these off over here and conform those into new armies. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to disband them. Merely move them into new armies in preparation for the revolution. Cool. I don't know if the revolution is going to yoink any of our armies or not. We'll see. Like I said, I've literally never had it pop before, but let's go. Based on what we've seen in other realms, it looks like it's not going to be too bad, but it's probably going to be way, way worse for us because we're so much bigger. We'll just get all those queued up. And we're going to be able to core this location fairly soon. That was a conversion finishing. We will continue to work on that, but I'm actually going to go by... Boy, these are all quite slow. Okay. Quite slow indeed. Well, we did lose our 2% missionary strength, so that's probably why. I'm just going to sort by speed, and it should be fine. Cool. So this is all looking good for the time being. It is now January of 1812. Keep in mind that the revolution is going to pop in May of next year. At this point, we can grab Miltech 32. That will give us military tactics, artillery fire, and artillery shock. Our military technology is now maxed. 30 peasant regiments, or -4 local unrest. Done. We'll negotiate. I'm okay with that. Cool. We can definitely core Bangkok, and we'll get that going. 3 December 1814 is when that's going to finish. And then we need 145 admin power to get this cored. Then from there, we're just going to go down this list and core from top to bottom. But we still need about another 70 admin power to get that started. But we should be able to work our way through that fairly quickly, in theory. The revolution is going to be messy. There's no doubt about that. But I'm wondering, how many units is it actually going to spawn? We'll see. That's going to be very interesting to find out, for sure. So this core is going to be done before it spawns, for sure. Ooh, 25 in each category and 15 government reform progress? That's pretty great. Can we actually strengthen our, or rather expand our administration here? Not quite yet. Okay. I demanded that the land be returned there. We did not have the noble regiment spawn, so that's okay. For the moment, we're just chilling, and we definitely need to get that coring. There we go. And now we're going to be able to core these, for the time being, every other month. So these full cores will be very nice, for sure. We've worked our manpower back up nearly to the max. From 0, or actually we're at a negative 600k or something like that, 200k maybe? I don't even remember. It was a pretty big negative number. But we've worked our way back up, and we're going to have this looming disaster spawn very soon. Armenian Brazil peasants and Cuban peasants, I don't really care. These are all of our subjects, rebels. I'm not going to be concerned about that right now. Cool. So there's a conversion done. Apparently we killed one of our subject rebels. Fancy. And we can continue to make our way down this core list. Once the autosave is done anyway. There we go. Don't care about this. Looks fine. We do have some rebel uprisings brewing, but these are in our client states. So it should be okay. I do want to think about raising up a new template here. 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 It's going to be a lot. Here. 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 And here. Maybe here too. Cool. So that's going to bring us quite a lot over our force limit. We should be okay. So we're going to get those raised up in preparation. There's a core finishing. That's very, very good. We're down to 42% from overextension. So that's only a national unrest of 2. So we will continue to offset this. Navajo separatists up over here. I don't care. Looks good. And we'll continue to make full cores where we can. And here it is. So we lost stability. I didn't realize that was going to happen, but we dropped to -3 stability. Okay. Decades of feudal oppression, religious intolerance, and unjust taxation have all contributed to the revolutionary movements beginning to surface across our lands. Our ruler has been desperately seeking resolutions to the ever-increasing problems as our country finds itself on the very verge of financial ruin. Really? I'm not sure I agree on that one. The population's incessant demands for liberty will probably prove too much of a challenge if not handled properly. Lose 3 stability. So 48 regiments and 35 regiments? Or we can go with pretenders. This is not very many regiments. Okay. This is not scary. We're going to pop a leader here. Apparently, they instantly occupied it as well. That's interesting. I'm assuming there's going to be more. One of the following must be true. Disaster has been active for 20 years, stability at least 3, fewer rebel-controlled armies and provinces than 1. I mean, if there's only the 2, and we only needed 1 of those to be true, one of the following must be true. I'm assuming it's going to spawn more. Right? Surely it's going to spawn more. If it's just these 2, though, we're going to end it here and now. So no problem here. We'll start capping this back. I'm going to move these guys in here to help out with their cannon. We don't have enough to actually siege this for the moment. So we'll cap this. There are currently fewer rebel armies than 1. Oh, okay. We need fewer rebel armies and fewer rebel-controlled provinces, and we need our stability to be at least 3. Okay. Or that it goes on for... Okay, there's a free stability. I like it. And stability cost modifier minus 10%. That's a good one. So we're going to take this over, and it's going to... Some separatists down over here. Okay, we'll deal with those in a moment, and there's these guys up over here that we don't care about. Okay. Cool. It is, however, about time to put a cut in here, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send these units down to here to help out with this situation. But we're going to take this back, come down here, sweep those up, no real problem. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Jensgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.